How's it going, everybody? We are back at the usual streaming time. Let's have a good time together. Welcome to another Monday live stream. Good to see you, everyone. It's been a while. It's been a while since we did this stream, or these stream, at 1:30 p.m. The usual streaming time on a Monday. Guys, how you doing? Make sure to say hi in the chat. I'm gonna make sure that we can see it. Of course, it's always a pleasure to have you guys coming in, answering your question, and this is what we're gonna focus on today. We're gonna focus on talking with you. This is the kind of stream that I like to do when, you know, there's nothing in the news. I like to have a good time with you guys. So welcome Twitch chat, welcome YouTube chat. Good to see you guys here as always. Let me see what's going on with the YouTube chat. How you guys doing? Hi. You guys have a good time? Welcome. Are we good on YouTube land? For some reason, I have a warning message saying that we're not live on YouTube. Can you guys confirm that we are live on YouTube? I like to sort those things out at the beginning of the stream. We're just gonna make sure that we're live. We're live, yes. 10 of you guys are watching, but for some reason I cannot see the chat, so let me bring that back. Let me restart that. You know, using freeware sometimes is tricky. Anybody in the chat can say hi. Say hi in the chat, everybody. I don't see it for some reason. Welcome to Troubleshoot with Guillaume. Every time that we're doing a live stream, we gotta troubleshoot. And I don't know if it's a matter of my new app that is giving me trouble, or if it's a matter of having bad internet connection, because Twitch is not happy about that. I want to see you guys. I feel like I miss you. I miss you guys. I want to see you in the chat. Why is it not going in the chat? For some reason, my chat is dark. Hold on. Let me go on YouTube with my phone. You know, the backup plan is always working. We're gonna get there. We're gonna make sure that we can see you guys. Are we live on YouTube? I don't think we're live on YouTube. Hold on, guys. Are we live on YouTube? I think we're not. Yes, we are live on YouTube. Hi, everybody. I see you on my phone, but I don't see you on the chat. We're live on YouTube. Thank you very much, Penalonely. It's been a while, man. Hold on. Why my social media app is not working? That's the reason. That's the trouble. That's why I'm having such a hard time today. Social media app is not working. I don't see. Okay, let me close that out. And we're gonna get there. Hold on, Rob. I see you. I'm gonna answer your message as soon as I can see it properly. Can I get a chat? It doesn't want to work. Oh, come on, guys. Come on. Selecting live source. Selecting live source. Do I have... Oh, yeah, I do have a chat. I do have a chat now. Hey, good to see you guys. I have the YouTube chat, but I don't think I can select the message for you guys to see on screen. No, I can't. So I'm gonna have to deal with YouTube chat and not Twitch chat today, because Twitch chat is not responding. Or I'm gonna try to activate the source. Okay, I'm gonna have YouTube chat here in the background. Now, all I need to do is get social stream going, but it doesn't want to. Okay, well, we're just gonna do it with the YouTube chat. Hey guys, how you doing? Good to see you. John, or Jan, I should say. Hello from Norway. Hello from the beautiful country of Canada. Rob, sitting at ER, probably broke one of my... Oh, come on, man. Really? Are you okay? Like, how did you do that? Don is good. Guillaume, hello. Best time. Rolf saying sorry, Robert. Of course. We're here live on YouTube. Rob, just picking up something from the floor. Some days you should just stay in bed. Oh, I feel so bad for you, man. Sometimes it's the most stupidest thing that you're doing that gonna hurt you for the rest of your life. Like my stupid car accident that I had, the last one, where I got bumped and, you know, the car's not destroyed, nothing has been destroyed, but my, you know, one of my bones is going to be broken for the rest of my life, and I'm suffering every time that I sit. And, well, suffering. I'm going to feel it for the rest of my life every time that I sit. And as far as I plan, I still have a long life to live. So it's going to hurt me for a long time. But yeah, it's just, you know, sometimes just, like you said, picking up something from the floor is just like, not moving correctly, and you're out. Don't be afraid, anybody else who's joining in. Are we good on YouTube? I still have warning and everything. What's going on here? What's going on? Why, what are all these error message? All right. Hey, Charlie. Good to see you, man. Getting my stuff together, guys. I swear at some point I will make one of these stream and it will go on seamlessly. But for some reason, I think that social media, basically social media chat is giving me a hard time. I don't know why. This app is really well supported and really well community supported with OBS, and I should not have any problem at all. But for some reason, nope, decided it's not gonna work. I tried everything. Can you guys hear that? Like, I feel like a T-Rex is coming in. Probably some construction. Oh! Gremlin in the system. Okay, oh, social media is working right now, finally. Night Band Music, good to see you, man. Robert, Gremlin in the system. Hey. Hello, everyone. Hello. We do have a chat working. Yay. Sounds like a heartbeat. If it's mine, call 911. It's really close. I don't know what that is. Construction everywhere. Probably construction in front of my house. Or maybe to the next neighbor, but yeah, something like that. Either that or there's a bulldozer trying to destroy my house. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see it together. If there's a huge, like, Tonka grabbing my house while we're live, it would be funny. Okay, how you guys doing? It only took us, like, I don't know, 15 minutes to get here, to have a working chat, to get a show. I get criticized that my show are not starting enough on point. It's just one of those live stream. Welcome to another Monday live stream where we just have a good time together. We talk about live sound engineering. We answer a question about anything. We're just having a good time together. And the show today is all about your questions. So anybody in the chat right now, it's your chance to ask any question. You guys want to have an opinion on something? You want to have tips or trick about live sound? You need to have help with your wing. I have a couple camera with a wing set up here. So if you guys want to do that, be my guest. I'm gonna do my best to answer all your questions. I'm not gonna say that I have all the answers, but I'm gonna do my best to answer them all. And if I don't have the answer to the question, I have a bunch of fully knowledgeable, talented, great people in the chat that will help me, help you, and together as a community, we just grow. We just make it better. Nightblend Music, we face power issue with the Behringer wing. Okay, what kind of power do you have? What kind of power issue do you have? Because I'm lucky enough to live in Quebec, Canada. We probably have the most affordable slash best, most reliable slash everything best power in the world. So I'm not really facing any issue with my wings. And the one that I have on tour, they are on UPS, so I avoid, you know, a voltage peak or dropouts because I'm just on a UPS all the time. Like, the console could run basically the whole show on a UPS, so if I'm really in trouble, I can get innings going. It's gonna be bad because it won't, like, supply the rest of the rig, but I could get a rehearsal, let's say, with a band on a power supply, no problem at all. So please tell me what kind of power you get with the wing, because those power supply honestly have been proven to be fine. Of course there's one or two that will crap the bed. I mean, it's just electronic. Imagine, you know, releasing 10,000 of these console, or let's say we're gonna make easy number. Let's say that you release 1,000 of these console and you have 2 with bad power supply. It could happen, but to be honest, it's less than 1% failure, which is a really good ratio on a product. Just only went silent during a live show. Totally scares for some time. And you have a UPS. My whole rig here, or my computers, not my lights, but my wing, my camera, and my computer. Even if I have great power here, we are on a UPS, so we don't have to deal with that stuff. And I just recently upgraded my UPS, changed the battery, and I even planning soon to make my UPS run out of old car batteries. The one that I have it's an APC. It's an older model APC. You know, it doesn't have all the electronic. It's just like when the power goes out, it's kicking on. you can run those off of 24 volt. So if I have car batteries laying around, if I have used car battery that I know it will be fine, you know, to remain like a 20% life, it's going to be way better than the battery that you have in a UPS. You can just build yourself a small adapter connection and call it a day, man, and you are, you know, good for hours and hours of, I could be up for hours of streaming time with that stuff. So Rob, always using an Echo Flow. Yeah. It depends on where you are in the world. Honestly, I don't think I need a UPS here because power is so reliable. I have like less of 1 hour of dropout per year. So, and voltage is fluctuating a little bit, but from anywhere from 115 to 225, which is within reasonable range. You know, in the morning where everybody's taking a shower and starting doing laundry and stuff that draw power. During the winter, mostly it drops to like 115, but other than that, it's like stable 120. We have really, really good power here. Charlie, my first rack fully stopped. No, my rack, I don't know how to read anymore. Our rack stopped fully starting up, replacing it with a delivered Wednesday. Worked great. The day before, yeah, I mean, stuff failed, but I know for a fact that the wing have a really small percentage of failure. The thing is, a lot of people like to complain about it on the internet, and true story, someone who is in Quebec just got his compact from Logan McQuaid, and he sent me a picture. It happened, but his knob here, the home and utility button, that piece of plastic here is assembled backward. So it says home on the bottom, effect. You know, the knobs are still doing, the home is still at the top, but it's just the writing on those knobs that is backward. And he sent it to me, sent it to Behringer, posted on all Facebook group. And people like to comment about those things. So, you know, it's a 1 in 1,000 case. Well, I think it's the second one that ever happened. So it's a 1 in 1,000 case. And we talk about it a lot because we're just human talking about stuff. So, yeah, send the console to an authorized dealer. And as soon as they will have one, they will probably ship you another one. I have a lot of UPS battery and I need to replace soon. At home, if you can, Charlie, at home, do whatever you want. But I saw some people, I'm not going to tell you to do anything, but I saw some people that were using car batteries at home for UPS. So if you think this is a solution for you, sometimes I'm gonna say, because I'm currently looking for a solar panel system for my RV. I still own an RV, so I'm looking at solar panel for my RV, and used batteries are dirt cheap, or refurbished batteries are dirt cheap. I don't care if they don't have the full potential. Let's say a used car battery that is good to do deep cycle. I don't care if it's not to its fullest potential, let's say on a UPS, because that battery is going to stay at 20 degrees Celsius inside temperature, never being or not much being used. So when it's going to kick in, of course, I want to make sure that that thing is reliable, but it's not like starting a car outside in the winter type of struggle for the battery. So even if I have 50% of that battery left, it's less than half the price. So you're gonna get a good amount for your money. This is exactly what I'm doing. My solar panel, I have a deep cycle battery. I'm gonna get another one. I'm gonna get a solar panel, something in the neighborhood of 300 watt, and just a regular, I think it's MPPT controller for solar panel. And even if I don't have the full battery, I'm buying everything used. I get more that I have for my money. So maybe something to look into. if you're a DIYer. Some people like to DIY some stuff and make more efficient solution, because let's be honest, buying a UPS that has battery, the size of a car battery, it's really expensive. Maybe you can upgrade yourself for $100. I don't know. From Jan, hey, I got a full-size wing. Consider a compact too. Could you just load up the snap from full size into a compact? Yes, you will. I don't know where we're at about this, but they don't share the same information for fader on the compact and the full size. Maybe that changed, but the last I checked, when we upgraded from version 2 point something to 3, basically when they released the compact and the rack, they separate the information of the fader. So maybe the first time that you're gonna load up a file one into the other, maybe you will have to repopulate that section. You know, if you click the view button on a layer and you click config, maybe you will have to repopulate here your fader. You know, right now I have 1 to 12 as 1 to 12, you know, the channel. So think about that. Maybe it will be the only thing that you would need to do for the first time. Once you have all that information imported into your show file, it will remain there. But if it's blank at first, it's because there is no information. Nightblend. We have a lot of power problem in India. If the venue doesn't have power generator, we can have issue. Yeah, and it's not the most stable. So the active speaker can go silent anytime. Ooh, that's bad. I don't know. Like, I saw memes, picture of like crazy stuff happening in like Taiwan and some part of Asia, really populated part of India. I don't know if you are in one of those situations, but yeah, I can understand why, like, sometimes too many people start the AC and you just run out of power. You just strip the fuse, but not on your hand, on the distributor side. So yeah, I can understand why it could be an issue. Your K12s got blown because the venue didn't have power conditioner. I don't know how much you can protect a PA from that. Like, I don't know how, like, it doesn't draw much. Actually, I have a K12 there if we need to look, but it's something that, it's not a crazy amount of power. I don't know if you can have that on a power supply. You know, APC is doing those power bar-ish with a battery in it. I don't know if that could be an option. Maybe you have that for 2 monitor. If the power blow out, it's not gonna last a long time, but maybe it can help you with power spike. I don't know. I try to look for a solution. Like I said, it's not really an issue here. I just want to protect my gear, so spending, I don't know, $300 on a UPS for my monitor rig that I build. You guys probably saw my vlog of this. It's been a popular video of mine. I have a pair of DL231 and a wing compact in there, plus some router for Dante, and you know, it's basically a $20,000 rig. So if I set that up, sure, I can spend $300 more and protect it at least from power surge. Even if I have a redundant power supply in the 231, if I have a really brand new power supply in a compact, I won't mind having another layer of protection. It's not everything proof. I'm pretty sure if the lightning strike my rig or lightning strike the ground, could cause some problem with my rig. But yeah, I tried to add just another power supply, just a UPS, sorry, not power supply, a UPS to protect my power supply. EcoFlow and similars are fairly cheap and use, how you say that? I I don't know how to read that. I have solar for it on my cushion, my family. Okay, cool. The EcoFlow stuff. Actually, here we have more. What's the brand? I'm totally new to solar panel because here in Canada it doesn't make any sense to have those because the cost of power is so cheap. We're talking about the most expensive power get is 9 cents a kilowatt, 9 cents Canadian for a kilowatt here. And the first, you know, because it's government owned, it's owned by the province. The power source, Hydro-Quebec, is owned by the government of Quebec. The first 30 kilowatts are cheaper. I think they are something like 6 cents. And at peak time, you pay 9 and something cents per kilowatt. And after that, if you use more power in less demanding time, you get a discount somewhere in the middle, so 7.5 cents. Basically, if you factor in the price of solar panel, batteries, inverter to convert from DC to AC to use stuff in your house, a solar roof doesn't make any sense. Like, if you want to do solar, you can do it. I mean, it's up to you, but there's no real financial reason to do it here. So this is something that I don't have to deal with. I just don't have much information about that. I used APC Black UPS Pro. I think that's the one I'm talking about. It's like a power bar. Is that it? I do have neutral cut board with surge protection, inert meters at the same time. So it's got probably $1,100 US. Okay, so it's a good thing. It's a really good one, because thinking about it here, UPS, those power bar, I don't buy those because they are fairly heavy with a battery in it, but you can get those here used for like $20, and you change the battery for another $20. So they cost around $40 Canadian-ish, brand, well, with a refurbished battery, something that you can do yourself with a screwdriver. Smart UPS should be installed. The rest is for the evil one. Yeah. Anchor power station. Okay. Jonathan, hey man. Good to see you. It's been a while. Good to see you. Good to see everybody in the chat. Do we have people on Twitch? Let me go take a look at Twitch quickly. Do we have people on Twitch? Yes, we do. Hold on. I'm just gonna pop out Twitch chat here. Oh, okay, hold on. Why am I not seeing it? Pop out chat. There we go. Hello, Twitch chat. Okay, we're live on Twitch. Good to know. Thank you. Yes. Oui, Guillaume, je te vois. Having some of your friends sometime in the stream is a good or a bad thing. You got a compact now. Actually, I have two. I have this one here. This is the one that pretty much stays in my basement. If I have a show somewhere, I can grab it with me. Actually, soon I'm going to use it to record some friend of mine. My previous band, where I used to play guitar in, which used to be a cover band, the guy decided to, well, the band break up, as usual, as most bands do. The band break up, we go apart, they rebuild, they tried to do an original band this time, and I tried to play with these guys on original stuff, and I just didn't feel like I could do that. I don't have time right now. Not that I don't have, you know, passion for music. It's just right now it's on the back burner for indefinite time. Eventually, if I go back into music, I will try to contact my old friend, but for now, I don't want to do that. I want to focus more on sound engineering and, you know, try I want to spend my free time in my RV a little more than I do in a rehearsal space for the time being. So that said, still in good talking relationship with the guy. We had a call yesterday, and I'm going to record some of my friends. So maybe I can ask them if I can release the track. It's going to be a live off the floor type of recording. They don't have a big budget. We kind of want to get a 5-song demo with these guys done within a day. Vocal will be tracked after, but we're going to track the band within a day with scratch vocal live off the floor. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much how we're gonna go with that. And I'm gonna bring the compact to this. I want to record with the preamp from the back of the console. I'm still debating. Maybe it's gonna be more practical for me to not be in the same room as these guys. So in that option, I'm gonna have a DL251. Just run that, you know, in their garage. I'm gonna be outside or in another room. In-ears on, mixing something, recording on the laptop, send it back out to the guys, and pretty much called it a day. I'm gonna receive the vocal after, but yeah, this is what I do with that compact. This is the one that I use for my everyday in and out work, and I have another one that is on a tour package. I have a video, Jonathan, if you want to take a look at that. I have a video where I show how I build a rack. I purchased a case with it's a really cool one. Both cover becomes table. I can have the wing compact, 2 table on each side to set my in-ear. On the rack itself, I have a pair of the L231. I have a UPS. In the back, I've built myself a router for all my Dente stuff with all patch connection, and I'm planning on working on something else in the future. I've actually got a really sweet deal on a analog split snake, 15U split snake. I'm gonna ask some of my friend to build me a custom plate, and I'm probably gonna switch, you know, the back of my rack from being open, because right now I have everybody just connecting into the DL231. I'm gonna ask my friend if he can build me a plate for that, and I'm gonna have the DL231 is a split snake. I'm gonna have a physical split in and out of each output, and I won't have to deal with people destroying my 231 with connection. I'm just gonna have to, you know, if something happened and I break a connector, I'll need to replace a connector on a piece of metal instead of opening up a 231 just for fun. So this is the plan with my, you know, monitor rig. Right now it's fully functional. I just need to work on the plate, and as soon as I can get the plate, I'll be able to rebuild that split snake with a Veeam connector. I will have the Veeam also available if anybody need to connect through my stuff, you know, because I will have many splits. I will have 2 physical analog split plus 1, well, you know, the 231 is a physical split, but over 2 preamp. When you connect an XLR into it, it goes to 2 different preamp with 2 different clock. You guys know the drill if you know what a 231 is, but I will have many ways to split. And add to that I have Dente capability. So that rig is really like anything you can throw at. What I'm using for in-ear monitor, P16, DP48, or wireless. Most of the time I'm using wireless. I'm planning on building a wireless rig soon. I'm just waiting for a rack to show up in Canada. Or should I do the... That rack has been purchased somewhere in January, and it's still not showing up. I know it's not Long and McQuaid's fault. It's just a matter of, you know, the Canadian market being different than the suppliers. You know, the supply and demand change, and the distributor change for Behringer in Canada. That change led to a kind of miss on the order for the wing stuff from Long & McQuaid. So basically the order, or the rack and compact, were announced to distributor. They pre-order all the rack and compact that they wanted, and the new black one, also the full-size black one. And when it was time to Long & McQuaid to set the deal with Behringer, they kind of missed the boat, pun intended, on that one. So the shipment's been delayed. We're having the second wave of rack and compact. So it's just taking time. It's just shipping. You know, we're at the mercies of the ocean flow and winds and storm, and it should be happening now. I know that some stuff are on the shelf as we speak, but not everything. And the wing rack is nowhere to be seen in Canada. Those compact I had to purchase from Alto in the States. So it's just before the tariff. And yeah, the tariff thing is another layer of complexity that you need to add to these things. But basically, I ordered 2 compact, and for my wireless rig, now I'm using only wireless. For my monitor rig that I plan to have with the rack, which is also something that I can use when I'm thinking about it for recording. An X32 compact, not an X32, a wing rack is going to be built with 4 wireless. We're going to have 4, not 4, 4 wireless system in that thing. I'm still debating if I go with newer Shure stuff, or if I go PSM 300. PSM 300 has been proven really reliable to me. As long as you have a antenna distribution, you're golden. So yeah, basically that's gonna be my rig. I like the idea of wireless because I can just leave everything in the case. I don't, I just show up on a gig, I hand out pack to everyone. Most of the people around here have their own earbuds. So here's a pack, here's a pack, here's a pack. The drummer is wired, and that's it. Everybody's doing their mix with their phone, and they kind of get used to it. So yeah, it's just the way that I roll. DP16 is cool. DP48 is cool. P16, P24 is really cool, but because I'm moving a lot of time, I'm moving a lot of gear, it's just easier to set up, to just, bring up the antenna, and everybody a pack, call it a day. Everything is pre-assigned, everything is pre-built, and I'm the kind of guy that pre-build my show. When I work with a band, sometimes I will save musicians settings, because let's be honest, I'm in a really small market. Most of the player that I'm working with are kind of the same player. So I like to, recycle show from time to time, because I end up in many situations where it's the same backup band with a different singer. So I just go from that show to the other one and just replace the singer and change the name on, change the name on 2 channels and call it a day. This is usually how I run. So yeah, wireless makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, but the problem is that you don't carry that heavy power board for small event. Majority have issue in small town rather than the big venue where they usually have power generator. Okay, I got you. But could you bring smaller stuff? Power generator are dangerous because they fluctuate in voltage, and there may be a surge and drop. If they are really good one, they should not. I've worked with many big one. I'm talking about power generator that are the size of a car. Those big one usually are fine. They are they're monitoring their output basically, and they give out constant voltage. Even the small, how's it called, the Yamaha I've worked with a Yamaha generator. They work just fine. They are regulated power. I don't know if there's a battery in there, but they still, like, every time that I put a meter on it, even if I had complete stop to full on base with it, I was getting a steady 115 because I'm in North America. But yeah. Where are people getting their Midas 251 from? I'm based in the UK and I can't seem to get hold of one. Well, actually, I can sell you one if you want to. Let me know if you're willing to purchase from Canada. We can definitely get something together, Jonathan. Hold on. In India, we have power frequency on my generator, which seems to fluctuate at all. Yep, like I was saying. But yes, if you're turn on an incandescent light bulb with a 100-watt generator, then you have to worry about power surge. Okay. Yeah, send me an email. I don't know. Maybe we can work something out. My big LiPoFe solar generator is 25 kilogram and can do 5K peak. 25 constant, 2.5K constant. That's good. That's really good. It's a really good generator for, well, solar generator. It's a really good system, Rob, to be honest. I'm looking for maybe 1,000 watt for my motorhome. I think it's gonna be enough. I'm still thinking about something, and I still have project, like, I don't know if I talk about it on the channel, but I went to the point where my friend are tired of hearing me saying that, but I want to buy a Chevy, the EV600 delivery truck that are fairly common around here. I want to convert that into a camper motorhome, actually a full-on motorhome, and I plan to have solar on top of that. I don't want to run the engine of solar. Well, maybe if I could, but I want to get something where I have the solar system filling up the battery, and I can use the battery whenever I want. So if I'm plugged in, I'm full power, no problem at all. And if I'm off-grid somewhere, I can, get work done from maybe a Starlink system. I want to have a little AC going on. I want to have computer working on right now. So I'm still I'm looking at those options right now, and I just don't know how much power is going to be needed for all that stuff. So I'm still trying to figure out some stuff, but I'm trying to build basically a one-room studio, one wheel. After that, I want to no, 1K is too small for that. If I remember correctly, I would need to check the spec, but I think an EV battery like that is something like 50 kilowatt. It's probably more than that. Hold on, I need to Google that stuff. But I basically want to build myself a camper, an electric camper, and just living out of it off-site. Trying to get the spec of the battery. It's a GM. Sorry, I don't know what I said before, but it's a GM. It's not Chevrolet. It's a GM. Oh, come on. It's funny when you click on something and you go get more information, and they just throw you everything but the car that you're looking after. Can I get the spec? Yes, I can get the spec. The battery is good for 272 miles, so convert that to roughly 500-ish kilometers. Being I don't care about EV if you tell me that I can do 500 kilometers on a battery and stop for like an hour to charge it. Because let's be honest, if I'm driving 500 kilometers, I'm good to stop for an hour. I'm okay with that. I just want to get the battery size, and I don't think it's gonna tell me. I don't think it's gonna tell me. I don't think it's... No, it doesn't tell me. So, for those of you who don't know, what I'm talking about is something like this. Can the camera focus on these? No, it's too bright, isn't it? Hold on. Is that better? Yeah, just focus on it, please. Yeah, this is basically what I want to get. It's in feet. Stats are in feet, but it's basically the big one. It's 183 inch in the back, which I believe would be way enough for what I want to do. Actually, the reason, it's funny that you say that, Mars, because the reason why I want to get full on electric is to actually not getting a generator. Because on my RV right now, I could just drop in a generator and be 100% self-sufficient, but I want to get solar for the silence of it, and I want to get small AC for also the same silence of it. So 2.5K for an hour before it gets drains. That's good. That's definitely enough to do like any charge fully back in an hour. That's definitely enough to get you going for like working on a computer for a full day. My computer, it's a 100 watt-hour battery, so I can charge that up a couple times. If I'm planning to go full on the road, I'm definitely going to change my computer setup. Right now I'm running stuff that is not really power efficient. I have an old server in my electrical room, should I call. I can probably ditch that and go full Mac because I'm a Mac user. And let's be honest, if I'm out on the road full time, I'm probably fine with an iMac, an M4 iMac. It's probably as good as my M2 Pro computer, and it's more than I need to edit video. It's more than I need. Hello there, sir. Well, hello, Steezy. Good to see you. I haven't run across the stream before. Glad to see all this content. Thank you very much. I'm head sound technician on a large cruise ship. Oh, the icon of the sea. Oh, okay, good. I actually have some of my friends that are on cruise ship, singers and musicians that I see like once every 6 months because they are always working on cruise ship. But yeah, this is something that is a little interesting to me because I don't really know how things are working on the boat. Cruise ship to me is something that I never invest a lot of time in knowing of. So it would be interesting to talking to you, man, about that. We don't have a full engineer and the vacancy is open. Although it's a fairly large theater. Are you offering me a job right now, Mars? I always said that I want to leave. I want to go out of my, French Canadian circle here. So let me know. Let me know if you have an international job for me. Same thing for you, man. Crazy system on boat. It's a lot of fun equipment to play with. Sure, if you have an L acoustic with a Midas, I'm your guy. I love L acoustic PA and I love Midas consoles. This is why I have the poor man's Midas console. I'm running a Behringer Wing Compact. It's like the poor, or the more affordable, I would say. Because let's be honest, when you try to compare one to another, all the feature of the wing, all the plugins, all that stuff, all the infrared plugin, all that stuff, it's a really interesting console to have, to be honest. The amount of flexibility that you get with the wing is crazy. Maybe that's compressing a little too much. What do you guys think? We can go a little less compression. A little less compression, and I want to make sure that I don't hit the limiter too much. Limiter is just there for me. If I start to scream, it will limit. But I can probably push that a little more. Push that a little more. Push that a little more. There we go. Here we go. We run the Wizard of Oz as our main show. It's about a 5-minute show. Really nice. Full acoustic PA with a Quantum SD7. Okay, sure. The last time that I played around, well, actually, I had the pleasure to play around with a Quantum, a 336. Recently at the Montreal Casino, but other than that, we don't have many places that have those console. Let's just say that the X32 is still the king of the area around me, just because it's usually fine for what people are doing with it. And if I'm lucky, I can come across a L-Acoustic K3, but not that often. If I'm seeing L-Acoustic, it's going to be old V-Dusk and DV-Dusk speaker most of the time. Now in theaters, D&B is really popular around here. I think they make fairly good PA, D&B. It's a really good brand. Same thing as there's another big company around here pushing Mayor Sound. The Lion stuff is like there's a few Lion around here, but we don't have, I mean, that's the thing with the demographic that I'm in. We don't have that many people, so there is no need for 80,000 people event, you know, every week. We have a few of those events. It's usually like when Metallica's in town and they're gonna go to the Montreal Olympic Stadium, and they probably bring their own PA anyway. If not, it's gonna be you know, Solo Tech, which is pretty much next door, is gonna supply a K3. So yeah, that's mostly what we have. Actually, funny enough, I just got a call that Saturday I'm gonna go install a QSC. I love the new series from QSC, the 108 and the 112, LA 112 and LA 108. Really cool system. I have 6 per side with the sub. I'm gonna plan to run that Dante. I know, so it pisses that company off because they don't have anything Dante. I'm planning to run that Dante, and we're gonna have a good time with it. It's usually fine kit for like outside jobs. I really like that PA. It's light, it's easy to install, it sounds good, covers all the ground that it needs to cover. If you're doing small stage line show, you know, the SL100, SL250, you can definitely hang one of those PA. You just bring your subs up on the wing if you have the bigger stage, so that, you know, people are not blocking the sub at the front of the stage. You just have, you know, the sub just above the head of people, and usually it's fine. I don't know if I'm gonna get the gig this year, but I wish that I could fly a 6 LA 112 per side, which is the maximum of that, you know, bumper and rigging configuration, with a few LA 18 front fill brought out of the front of the stage. Just go 6 per side, 2 to 4 108 at the front, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a good time because that kit is pretty much flat out of the gate, to be honest. You don't need to do much. The self-configuration of the QSC is really amazing for that small of a PA, and it's not that expensive. So there we go. Oh, the A&H stuff. Is this a joke? You know, you probably, if it's your first time here, you probably don't know. I'm not known to like Ellen and 8. Actually, I don't like the smaller series of Ellen and 8 because that's my personal opinion, and that's probably something that I have to deal with. But people are keep bugging me and sending me messages about how they think their SQ series, or QU now, the new series of QU, is so much better than the Wing, and people just like send me message about that stuff. The distressor with an SM7B and heavy compression. Distressor on my vocal for sure. Like, we have the distressor going on my voice, but no SM7B here. This is an NTG2 that you are actually hearing. This is what you guys hear. It's a shotgun mic, for those of you who don't know. It's just a regular shotgun mic. And apologies for the sound lately on those stream. For some reason, I didn't know. I thought I was using the shotgun, but apparently I was using the built-in camera mic, and I didn't know about that. And it sounds like garbage. Yeah, I made that mistake. What's up, Guillaume? What's up, Santa Claus? Just want to reach out and thank you for the very well produced guide for the Wing. Oh, thank you very much. I don't think they're very well produced. Well, actually, I think I had a different approach that is catching on with those things, and this is why Behringer recently is kind of copying my flow with their latest video. I think Angel is doing a really good job at it. Seems like a really nice guy, and I mean, if you guys want to keep going that way, cool. I've honestly started to do this video out of necessity, and it's just fun to see Behringer catching up. If the guys want to do my style of video with, you know, where it's a one-on-one approach, I give you a problem, I teach you how to fix it, and I give you a couple examples of how to fix it or use case to go along with that. If they want to do those kind of video, I think they are my favorite to watch. So good. I'm doing this for the good of the community. I'm not greedy. I'm not here to sell like anything. I don't sell presets. I don't sell. Actually, I do sell online lessons. If you guys are interested in online lessons, please send me an email. It will be a pleasure for me to add you to the wonderful list of people that I help everywhere in the world. I just ask for a tiny bit of money in exchange for those hours of time that we can spend on call, because, well, I have bills to pay. And I have gears to buy. And I have a retirement plan to plan. Because one day I will retire. I don't know when, but one day I will retire. So, yeah. Oh, yes, remember, I really like to look through them. We also have one for... Oh, really nice. Thank you very much, Mars. The Kiva 2. Oh, yeah. It's a really cool PA. Addicts, I don't know if it's the 2. I think it's the 1. I had a little bit of experience with those PA in a small venue here. And if I remember correctly, it was the Kiva, the first version. And I remember sounding it great. To be honest, I don't think L-Acoustic is making any bad product, in the sense of, I'm not gonna say that everything that they make is gold. I'm gonna say they tried. It's not in their market to manufacture garbage speaker. They have their target, you know, they have their eye-in target, and I think this is what they're aiming for most of the time. They probably have a cheap speaker that I'm not aware of, because I've never seen that before. I'm gonna see the smaller stuff because I'm working right now or from now on, in a new room where I'm working already. Sorry guys, it's confusing. Basically, we open up a new room at one of the corporate places that I'm working with, and we have a L-acoustic surround system now in that place. I have a Yamaha, you know, ceiling speaker everywhere with subs. I have plenty of those to do a great job. You know, if I can even do a DJ with those speakers, but for my day-to-day, I'm going to have access to the acoustic surround. It's going to be 4 of those. I think it's 2 in the tweeter with ceiling subs. I've never seen those, but I think they are 12-inch subs everywhere in that room. And I think it's going to be my PA, because I have option for both. I have option to use the Yamaha ceiling or the acoustic surround. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to use the acoustic. I'm pretty sure it's gonna sound good enough for that. So yeah, L-acoustic to me is it's my brand. I've learned to mix on L-acoustic. I was working in a bar, was lucky enough to work in a bar where the whole place was filled, well, with NX12 or 12 NX. I remember one is RCF, one is L-acoustic, NX12 or 12 NX. I think it's 12 NX. And that was my PA. I was using 8 of those for pretty much 3 years. I was mixing 2 nights a week in that place. It's a bar, so I was doing Friday and Saturday with cover bands. This is what basically put me on the map when I think about that, you know, years later. That PA sounded amazing. I didn't have much in terms of console. I was using a Soundcraft GB4, those of you who remember. But I had access to a lot of great microphone, so it helped me out a lot, you know, learning about mic placement before EQing, because mic placement is EQ. That and learning about gain staging and dealing with gain staging, like mic placement, good mic on good sources, gain staging, low cuts, and you probably have a mix. Of course, it's not going to be polished, but you probably have a mix with that. Yeah, I've never been a fan of LNE heater. Just take a little too long to do certain tasks on the console. Actually, hold on. The one thing that pisses me off the most about the SQ, well, there's 2 things. If you want to repatch something when you're on a show, let's say that something's got down, I don't know, for any reason you want to take an input and drop it into a channel, you need to do a full complete stop. Load that thing, the console's gonna mute everything in and out for like a half a second, then it will go on. It's such a nonsense to me that you have to do that. Like, if you accidentally patch all your input from the stage and somebody show up for some reason with background music or an iPod, I'm that old, an iPod Nano. If somebody show up with an iPod Nano with a 1.8 output and you want to connect that locally during the show, you will have to wait in between 2 songs. Do your patch, hope that nobody realized that too much, and go on. It's crazy for me. And also the fact that you need to spend $1,000 on plugins to get a freaking de-esser. Go ahead, Quincy. Start me on something else, because I don't want to spend my time hating about LN8. I think they have really good product, to be honest, on the higher end. But again, when it comes to the higher end, if you spend $35,000 on a console and patch, I hope it's good. I think acoustic is amazing, however, they are definitely pricey. Yes, they're definitely pricey. It's not the cheapest around. It's not, to be honest, if you compare it to Mayor Sound, it's not that expensive. And yeah, like in the higher hand of stuff, probably D&B is the most affordable. After that, you have L Acoustic, and Mayor Sound is probably the most expensive. And I'm not always having good results with my Mayor Sound, to be honest. The last time that I had one, actually, I was, in a perfect situation. I was at the Montreal Casino. It was a Lion, 16 tops per side, subwoofer for days, and I was mixing with a Quantum 336 with all the plugins. And I had a external wave rack with all the plugins. Dream situation, the higher end series of Sennheiser. Usually I'm not a high end Sennheiser. I'm not a Sennheiser guy, but huge top of the line Sennheiser gear, wireless microphone, DPA headset. I mean, what could go wrong? I could have a QSC system in that room, and if you give me all the other parts of the puzzle, well, it's not good. So I will be joining a new ship build, a new ship not built yet. Okay, under a month building the system. They have moved it away from L Acoustic and using GBLs due to price. Oh, interesting. I'm curious to know what GBL did they use, because one of my favorite PA to mix rock band is the JBL, the Vertec, the big one, the 15-inch, the two 15-inch with an horn in the middle. It's not the most hi-fi kit ever. It's not the most, flat frequency PA ever. But if you give me a choice in my life to mix AC/DC on an XL4 type of band, type of vibe, I would definitely go with a Vertec. I'll be there right away. You just crank a fader, give it some gain, and it has low end, but it's just the way it sounds. Because I don't know if you guys know, but every single PA, no matter the brand, no matter who your system tech is and who hang the rig, if it's done properly and you RTA it flat, it's a straight line, kind of my line there. No, that one. It's a straight. I cannot follow a straight line with that thing. It's a straight line. Imagine a straight line. It's not gonna sound the same. It's not gonna react the same. Meaning the way that you're gonna push your mix on those speaker will differ. Same thing as studio monitor. This is why people say you have to know your studio monitor when you're mixing in those, because when you raise fader, maybe your vocal will be there, but actually it's not gonna relate to the real world to be in the same spot. It may, because of the way it reacts, depending on the material, depending on the size of the box, depending on many factors. The flattest PA or studio monitor is not gonna react the same to the source that you're sending into it. It's gonna have, its color, even if it's tuned totally flat. So I just like the Vertec because the way it reacts. I understand, for some reason, I understand how that's reacting. At least you don't get chips where they replace line array. FIR. Never heard them before. Okay. Oh, shitty point source. I built my own line array and clone of Eastern. Okay. Okay, they probably throw away, but the thing is with homemade kit, and nothing against you personal, Quincy, is just a matter of you don't know if it's well made, and you don't know how it's gonna react. high. That's my concern with homemade PA. Last July, and I'm probably gonna piss some people off, or actually a guy that I know who got a phone call. Last July 1st, I mixed a band and the guys show up with a counterfeit JBL Vertec, the 932, and it's one of those counterfeit where the box looks exactly the same. It doesn't say JBL on it, and it's, you know, the PA name was the 32 something, the RVX 32, or instead of VRX, the RVX 32, and it looks really, really similar to a Vertec kit. And the guy had the audacity to tell me that he replaced all the component in there with JBL, and it sounded exactly like, you know, the same sound system. He told me basically it's the same thing. Don't worry, it's the same thing. And he put JBL sticker on it. And he had the audacity to tell me, oh, it's okay because it's all, you know, it's all the same. It's all the same component. And I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. You know, it's not the same amp rack. It's not the correct impedance. The box is not tuned for those speaker, the one that you put in there. Because no, actually, it was not exactly the one. They were louder apparently, so they're gonna have a different reaction whatsoever. Basically, it was a counterfeit / homemade PA, and to be honest, it sounded like shit. Like really missing, so basically holes at some point, and really bright high end. So it sound loud. Because yes, some PA makers, actually the JBL VRX is a good example of that. Those kits are really, really loud, or appear to be really, really loud because they are really bright. They don't deliver a lot of mid-range, which I believe is really important for mixing, to have really good mid-range. But it's gonna affect your perception if the kit is way too bright, and that's the reason why JBL won some contract with those speakers, because people who don't know about sound, they listen to the kit flat in the room and they go, man, that's loud. And on paper the specs are really, really loud. So you listen to the kit and it's really, really loud, but once you EQ it out, once you make it respond, you know, flat to most frequencies, the kit is pretty much dead because you cut all the high-end information of that PA. Just to show you, if you guys ever work with a VRX, you're probably gonna need to cut like 4K. And I'm gonna exaggerate that, but something by like 9 dB, and 2K the same thing, and we're gonna change that to hold on, we're gonna change that to a parametric EQ. You're gonna end up with having, you know, EQ curve that somehow look like this in your room, just to get the PA to sound somewhat, you know, listenable. 4K, it's around 4K, and depending on the speaker it may move a little bit, but it's 4K, 8K. That's basically what you need to do to get the kit flat. And some people will tell me, oh, you know, every sound engineer has a way to do their thing, and what you consider flat. No, this is when you RTA the kit. This is kind of what you need to do to make it flat. So once you get rid of all that stuff, you don't have much left, to be honest, power-wise, to get that mid-range back that is non-existing in those bucks. But that's basically how you need to EQ the kit to sound good. or to sound reasonably flat to be listenable. So yeah, the VRX is a different beast. I don't suggest anyone to buy those anymore. I think we have way more affordable and way better option, like the new RCF. Again, the 108 is probably a good option, the LA 108. It's a good option to replace those PAs. You're not stuck with fixed angle, because the VRX was a fixed angle. And yeah, back in the day, 15 years ago, it was an okay line array. Now it is not anymore. The power amp is very important. Power soft for G-Lab, depending on the system that you get, but yes. For your line array, you use the AB class for mid and high. Yeah, if you got a really good power amp like the Power Soft, you're definitely gonna reduce problem. You're gonna win on efficiency. H class amp for mid and D class amp for the low frequencies. Okay, so your subs are running D class. I don't know what H class is. I never saw those. I know what a D class is. I know what AB is, but D class is. I know I have no electronic. I don't have much electronic background. Most JBL speaker frequencies response is up to 16 or 17K, which is, to be honestly, good. I don't. Spoiler alert, I don't hear much over 16K anymore. Maybe 17 is pretty much the top that I hear. So I don't think it's a bad idea if you cannot accidentally blast people with 20Ks by, cranking your overhead and give it some brightness. I want to get some shine out of those overhead, and you take like 12K and you push it like there's no tomorrow because you don't hear it anymore. If the PA cannot replicate that, good. You don't need that much high information. People like, I leave that, the 17 to 22K, I leave that to people that listen to high fidelity audio stuff, and they don't hear 17K anymore, but they get their RTA out to see if it's on the recording or not. There's not much information. That's not intelligible information going on at that price. Wing speaking. Will they fix the app in the pinch for the Q? What are you talking about? Talking about this? When you take your frequency and you change it with your finger like that? Something like this? This has been fixed. Well, fixed. It's never was an issue. What type of speaker do you have, and what responds? You're talking to Quincy, right? Yeah, Quincy. Okay. The PRV audio line array 2. Okay, I don't know what that is. All right, I don't know what that is. This is I've never built speaker, to be honest, guys. I don't know. Like Quincy definitely did. The few one that I've built some guitar cabinet because I was cheap. Uh-oh, guys, wish Robert a good time in the X-ray machine. Be careful out there, Rob. You don't want them to expose your adamantium armature. Find it honorable. The whole X32 app was way better for most. To be honest, yes. Seriously. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, but I like the X32 app so much, and I've done hundreds and hundreds, maybe if it's not even thousands of show or thousands of hour on that app mixing shows, and it was just fine. The only thing that I miss was a tap tempo next to the mute group, but I've mixed so many shows using the 8DCA, the mute group for my effect, and I was switching page to go, tap tempo, because back in those days I felt like everything needed a slap delay, on tempo slap delay, which I still do, but I find other way now. I diversify my mixing skill and not doing that all the time, but when I do, I'm really liking that tap tempo. But yeah, I just miss that kind of looked like the console app. I wish so bad that Behringer could just get this going, like on an iPad. Can you give me this on an iPad? Pretty much like the software, the offline editor. Give me this and make some knobs at the top of the app. Replace this, or at the bottom, or I don't know what the real estate is on an iPad, but make that the iPad app, and I will be the happiest guy in the world. Wing has a spectrum analyzer, and it's very convenient to cut out the frequencies during self-extraction of audio pad. I really like the VU. Actually, something that is really cool on the Wing that is not on the console, and it's really fun. When you have, can you guys see what's going on here? When you have a source that emits signal, you have a VU meter on every single source. It's helping troubleshooting so much to go like, hey, I don't get anything in that line, and you just look at it, and like the guitar player or the drummer hitting like the kick drum, and you don't see it in 1, you see it in like 24, and you go and you see the VU meter helping you. It's so much fun to help you troubleshooting with the Wing. The RTA is also really cool. I wish they could have a built-in way to do like smart, where you can send a pink noise, have your reference input, and you can have a measurement microphone in there, and if you know your EQ curve, you can know if your mic is reading good or not. I wish so bad that we could do this with the Wing, because there's a way to do it on the X32, but I don't think there's a way, as far as I understand, to have the RTA do that. But it would be so much fun to have in the meter section a way to just have something here, click on that, have the RTA setting up, and you should put it on the forum for sure. Yeah, I have a different forum that I can ask stuff, but it's like everything else. It's a matter of priority, and it's not a matter of a hearing, because Behringer let me be 100% honest here and say, Behringer, do listen to every single comment that I do. Some other people do, but it's just a matter of having, the resource time. And I'm gonna say the same thing that Pete Sadler told me when we talk about the Midas, the 96 Air. Where do you want that to end up on the list? When you have a new feature, cool, it's a really good idea, but where on the list of priority do you want to do that? I can definitely live without a RTA or whatever smart software inside the Wing. I can definitely live with that, no problem, or without. I would rather have bug fix. I would rather have other thing happening before, knobs, functionality, workflow integration, apps design. I really want to see that happening way before having anything like the RTA stuff. The RTA stuff is cool. Give it to me in V4. Let times goes by. Let that thing, go. I'm totally okay with that. But yeah. We are online for 2 hours and work up to 15 microphone at the same time. Sometimes the sound pad gets seriously messed up. 15 microphone and you're getting a hard time? Let me clear something out here. And this is not Mars. I know we didn't spoke too much here, but when I was a patch boy, when I was a patch guy on the Montreal Jazz Fest, I was dealing, connecting analog back in the day, snake, sub-snake, microphone, and swapping that around for 3-band a day. I was managing around 100 inputs a day. And that's usually the level that you want to get at. I'm not going to say that, I don't want to invalidate your work at all. You're doing your stuff, but 15 microphone is not much. Like when I do the Montreal Gala Country or the Gala Country here, I'm dealing with 56 input. The last one that I did was 56 input band performer with wireless, and I was doing 18 stereo in-ear mixes with 4 monitor, and I was doing that on a wing. It's not, it's not much. It's not much 15 microphone, but I get, depending on the level, I'm doing this professionally for years and years and years. It's, this is something that I understand could be overwhelming at first, but I think you should, get going and understand that this is basically your day-to-day. It should not be overwhelming. It should be manageable. Just so you know. Maybe you're gonna get better at this. Maybe your crew's gonna get better at this, or you know what? Maybe hire some other crew, because if it's bugging, if it's a problem, maybe you just. And I'm gonna be careful of what I say here. It's a slippery slope. Maybe you need to have a better patch guy. Maybe you have someone that is more structured, that have a different way of structured thing. And again, like I said, I don't want to be offensive to anyone here, but this is usually your day-to-day. Like Saturday, where I'm gonna set up that PA, that QSC LA 108 or 112. I don't know which one I'm gonna get. In the morning, I will show up, I will rig the PA, I will patch my band, 30-something input, I will mix the show, front of house and monitor at the same time, and I will put everything back in the truck at the end of the day. To me, it's just regular day-to-day, day-in, day-out stuff, but I understand that, I don't know your background. I don't know your background, but yeah, if you're struggling with that, maybe, if it's yourself, maybe try to get better at managing things, and if you have somebody on staff doing that for you, maybe try to, structure is the key. Tape, label your stuff. It's the best way to not get confused. Label your XLR, label your microphone. I don't know how many times I grabbed the microphone, put a piece of tape on it, like at some point, because I wanted to be, I wanted that to be really discreet. I was using black tape and I was using a silver Sharpie. Tape your microphone, tape your XLR, give it name, number, a way to organize yourself. And I know at first it seems a lot, but if you grow into that system of labeling and managing everything, you'll be able to do 100 inputs a day, no problem, because you don't have to know stuff if it's clear and label and structure. If you have a structure going on your show, you can do pretty much anything. And even if you don't remember what you just do 5 minutes ago, it's labeled, it's there. You don't have to remember, you just have to look at it. I hope that helped. I send that message out of help. What about the build quality of the wing in front of you? Well, it's a wing. Seems fine to me. Of course, the fader are not the best in the world. No surprise there. They are fine. They are not Midas Pro fader, but at the price that you pay, it's kind of to be expected. Nothing bad. The screen is the same screen. My screens are good. I don't drop my talkback into it, so I don't break my screen. I don't know what to tell you. Then it's the same as my previous wing, and I still have my, you know, the big one, my first one. I still have it. It's on a tour right now. It's living in the road case for the moment, but yeah, it's still doing fine. My consoles are fine. I've done thousands of kilometers with my my other compact and my full-size wing gray one in a truck. They've been fine, and if they survive the roads of Quebec, they can survive pretty much anything, let me tell you. So far, knock on wood, nothing bad about the build quality of the wing for me. Some people had power supply issues, some people had screen issue, but feels fine for whatever I do. I really like the knobs here. They have just a good amount of, you know, release or give on them. Really like them. Hey, what's up, Sheriff? All right. Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about? Because other than trying to slip on a slippery slope like I did, and probably hurt the feeling of Mars there, I didn't do much, and I don't want to keep going that way. I want to keep those streams interesting. Robert, you gonna tell me how your x-rays are going? Don't listen to the stream in the x-ray machine. Please don't do that. But yeah, if you guys have any more question, it will be a last call for me. We've been going at this for about an hour right now already, hour and a half even. You guys are probably tired to hear me yapping about that stuff, right? So yeah, last call for question. Last call for question. Hit me up, otherwise we will wrap the stream. I think we had some really interesting conversation today. We talk about really cool PA stuff. I really love the L-Acoustic. I really love the L-Acoustic, and even my old JBL. I love my Vertec. Very informative, thank you. Good. I hope this is why I'm doing this. I was just told the AI is interpreting the x-ray machine now. Oh, really? Why? Don't you have doctors that spend years in school to look at those paper thing? Like, we have doctors that spends many years looking at basically photo taking over radiation. I don't know why you would need AI to do that. What if AI see your brain and they... I'm not gonna say that, Rob. What if AI see... Well, actually, yeah. What if AI see your brain and realize that you are the most brilliant human that ever lived? Maybe Albert Einstein was just a rookie, and you have the answer to all that stuff. There is no brain yet. Didn't want to go there. Didn't want to go there. But okay, it's been about a year since they're doing that. Okay. Yeah. I think you should do a separate video on power and extension cable gauge for amp, for sound, enduring. I don't know if I should venture into that. I don't know. Guess Ricardo, I've been reading Shakespeare for a long time now. Yeah. Okay, let me talk about this, Sheriff, for a second. I don't know if I have all the background and knowledge to talk about that. Of course, I know what I'm doing, but power and extension cable, I mean, it's basic math of figuring out what's the voltage that you're going to carry in those cables and what's the required gauge for that. And I mean, to me, I think it's a 5-second Google away from having the answer. Do we need to have a video about that? Do we I don't know. I don't know. What's ringing here? Hold on. I'm gonna call that guy back after that. It's for my gig on Saturday. So all right, guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you very, very much for spending time with me on one of these live stream. Always a pleasure to spend a longer time than usual on that stream with you. We had a great time. We had some new player in the chat. No more question. We're out of here. Until the next one. Try KV2 audio. Okay. You are the best. Okay. See what's going on with that. Quincy, thank you very much. Guys, you know what I'm going to say. I'll see you guys next Monday. Until the next one, I want you guys to please take care of yourself. And I see you all later.